Hello, everyone, and it is me, Arpon, and today we're going to be ranking the Weeknd's discography from worst to best. And for those that don't know, The Weeknd is my favorite artist. I even have the Weeknd shirt right here. You guys can see right here, guys. I even went to his concert that was around a year ago for the After Hours Till Dawn concert. What a concert that was. I had a great time in the concert. So I thought it would be fitting for kind of like the 1 year later. I thought it'd be fitting that we do a rankings for his discography. So we're going to have the 4 tiers right here, guys. We got perfect, we got amazing, we got great, and we got good. Okay, we got all 10 of his projects. We got the 6 studio albums, the 3 mixtapes, and the 1 EP. All right? Keep in mind, this is just my opinion. There's no right or wrong answer, and that all of his projects are good. There's not a single bad project there. Even my least favorite one, I still enjoyed. Okay? So, like I said, I hope you do all enjoy. Remember, guys, hit the like button, guys, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So, let's start with last place. What is my least favorite Weeknd album? It's so tough because I enjoy this one so much, but if I'm being objective, it just doesn't compare with the rest. And for me, it's got to be My Journal Locally. The reason why I'm putting this one dead last is because even though I think it's got some heavy hitters, bangers. You got Call My Name, what an anthem that is. What a way to kick off start of the album. It's our EP. Then you got Try Me. You got Wasted Times, Hurt You. Then I Was Never There. I Was Never There is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's an amazing song. And yeah, I just think that overall, I just feel like it just doesn't compare to the rest of his projects. And the worst song there is probably Privilege. I still think it's a good song. I just don't think it's as good as the other 5, in my opinion. So, like I said, it's still a good EP, just not one I would revisit that much, quite frankly, honest with you, compared to his other 9 projects. 9th place. And this is going to be controversial. But hear me out. It's Starboy. The reason why I'm putting Starboy in 9th place is because even though I know this album has some of his biggest songs of all time in his career, like Starboy, Die For You, I Feel It Coming, I also think it had some very weak tracks there. All I Know, Attention. What are we doing? And I just feel like for me, this project has so many highs, like so many bangers, and they got so many duds in there as well. It's a very all over the place album. And this is the problem with this album, is that even though this album is so big streaming numbers wise, I don't think the reception is that great. Because when you like so many Weeknd fans, there's a very mixed bag for this one. A lot of people love this project. A lot of people don't like this project because it's very pop heavy. And what made Weeknd so special is that he was an R&B artist. He wasn't really a pop artist whatsoever. And the fact that Starboy was so pop heavy, not really R&B whatsoever, it didn't really sit well with a lot of people. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some good R&B tracks there. It's not like there's nothing. But it is very pop heavy. And when you look at The Weeknd as a whole, he's more of an R&B artist than a pop artist. And I think that's what this album really struggles to differentiate, is that there's no clear theme with this album. There's no clear cohesiveness, and I feel like the track list isn't really well ordered, right? So I just feel like for me, while I think this album has some of his best big hits, I don't think this album is that well done, in my opinion. So I'm going to put this one 9th place. The best song there is Die For You, and the worst song there is All I Know. Now, let's move on to 8th place. 8th place, I have it as Thursday. Now, if you guys know about me, I used to dislike Thursday so much. Thursday was actually my least favorite project by The Weeknd. I've kind of grown to listen to this mixtape more, particularly on Thursday, as the title does suggest. And I just feel like this mixtape is still great. It's still great for what it is. You got some bangers. The way the mixtape kicks off with Lonely Star, what an intro that is. The closer to Heaven Las Vegas. You got some bangers. Then you got Birds Part 1, then Birds Part 2. What an emotional song that is. You got title track there as well. You got Rolling Stone. Then you got Life of the Party. Then The Zone. And then you got the bonus track there, Valerie. I think the only reason why I'm not going to put this in the great tier is because as much as I enjoy this one, it does feel a bit dragged on. There's a few songs here that kind of a bit too long for my liking. Like The Zone is a bit too long, I would say. Heaven in Las Vegas is a bit too long, and Gone is a bit too long. That being said, it is still a good project nonetheless. Just not one of my personal favorites, but I at least have grown to like this one more than the other two. And it's no longer 10th in my opinion. 7th place I have, it is Echoes of Silence. Echoes of Silence is a solid mixtape. I love this mixtape. There's so many bangers on. You got Montreal, the reference to Lonely Star. Then you got EXO the Host, that's also there as well. Then you got Outside. Then you got Echoes of Silence, the title track there as well. And then you got Next, Same Old Song, The Fall. I think vocally he's really good here. I think you can make an argument that of the 3 mixtapes, this is his best vocally, performance-wise. And yeah, I just think that this mixtape is just a bit better than Thursday, in my opinion. And there's some more songs I would probably revisit here more. I mean, the best song there is Montreal, and the worst song there has to be probably Initiation. And I forgot to mention this. The best song on Thursday is Birds Part 1, and worst song there is Gone. And now we're going to move on to 6th place. 6th place I have here, it is Kissland. His opening debut album. I feel like what makes this album so special is how this is, like futuristic theme. Like it has this futuristic theme. The songs are very like seductive, and it's a very like kind of interesting listen to. I mean, a lot of these songs are crazy. I mean, you got Tears of Rain. What a closure to the album that is. You got Adaptation. What an underrated song that is. And they got Kissland, the title track, and they got Pretty. They got Belong to the World, Love in the Sky. I mean, this album has it all. And yeah, I really enjoy this one. There's only one skip there for me, which is Live For. Live For is mid. It's not a good track whatsoever. That's the worst song there. And best song there, I know it's a basic take, but I'm going to go with Kissland, the title track as well. I just really like this one as a whole, and I feel like it's such a great title track. And it's split into 2 parts. The first half and the second half, and I really enjoy the second half. The second half I actually enjoy more than the first half, which might be a hot take in itself. But yeah, I think it's a great album indeed. And now we move on to 6th place. So we got here, it is going to be Dawn FM. I think Dawn FM for me is an album that I kind of also grew to like this one as well, because when I first listened to this, I was like, okay, it's kind of pop, which, I like pop, but I'm not that big of a pop fan, but I've kind of grown to listen to this one, and man, this production's so good. The prologues, the Jim Carrey part, and it's a very like dance grooved one. There's like a lot of different themes this one. You got dance kind of groove there. You got what's that song called? Take My Breath. That's also amazing as well. And you got Sacrifice. You got Out of Time. What a song that is. Is There Someone Else? And you got some really underrated tracks there. Don't Break My Heart is pretty underrated there. Yeah, man, I just think that this album has it all. I really enjoy this one. And yeah, I just think that the reason why it didn't quite make the amazing tier is because I just don't really replay as much as the other 4. But man, it is close. It's close. I could see myself, but I think the reason why I'm not going to quite put in the amazing tier is because the prologues are just, yeah, I guess I'll just say the prologues. While I do think the prologues are good for the story building, as this listening experience, it's not really good to hear those prologues I don't want to hear it all the time. Maybe I want to skip those, so I just feel like that's going to maybe drags it down, but overall, it's still a great album nonetheless. And yeah, my favorite song there is, of course, Out of Time, and my least favorite song there is probably I Heard You're Married featuring Lil Wayne. And yeah, Lil Wayne's verse was awful. Didn't like that one whatsoever. So now we're going to move on to the amazing tier. And guys, this is where it gets interesting. 4th place I'm going to have, it is going to be Beauty Behind the Madness. Now, I've been on record in saying that Beauty Behind the Madness is a great album, and I still think it's an incredible album. Like, you got some of the big hits there. You got Often, you got Earned It, you got The Hills, Can't Feel My Face, but then you just got some underrated gems there as well. Like Shameless is underrated, Angels underrated, Prisoners underrated. You got In the Night, Acquainted. Those also are pretty underrated ones. And yeah, I think there's some really good, solid tracks throughout. And I just feel like this is a great way for The Weeknd to balance his, you could still see his dark, early, twisted personality, but also see the pop appeal as well. And I think it does a great job in both aspects. And I think it does a much better job than Starboy. And I think I like what this one is. 14 tracks, not too long, not too short. And I feel like this one is just a great representation of his messy life that he went through at the time. Obviously with that haircut, and he eventually changed after, this one. And this was the last album with that iconic haircut. So, yeah. Best song there is Acquainted, and my least favorite one there is Dark Times. And man, Ed Sheeran was awful in that song. I did not like that song whatsoever. Jeez. Third place, and this might surprise a lot of people, but I'm going to put Hurry Up Tomorrow third place. Hurry Up Tomorrow is insane. The fact that this is 25 tracks and there's only one skip, which is probably opening night, which is just an interlude, is insane. Not many artists can pull off a long album and only have one skip. Very few can. And the fact that Weeknd is able to do was incredible. You got some amazing standout tracks. You got Cry For Me, Niagara Falls, and you got the most popular track being Timeless, of course. And you got some really underrated gems, like I Can't Wait to Go Back to Take Me Back to LA is underrated. I Can't Wait to Get There is underrated. Hurry Up Tomorrow, the Towel track is underrated. The Abyss, Red Terror, Big Sleep. I mean, what are we saying, man? I mean, this album has it all. And what I really like about this one is that people are going to say that the song is dragging on for long. Yeah, you can make an argument. But keep in mind, this is his final project. And that we're not going to get another project from The Weeknd under the name The Weeknd. We may still get projects from Abel Tesfaye, but we may not get it under the persona The Weeknd. And that's what makes this album so great, is the fact that it does a great job of that final feeling, and the fact that the final song here transitioned to his first ever song is genius. Hurry Up Tomorrow transitioning to Coming Down, High For This is insane. Insane mastery there. Second place, I'm going to have is going to be After Hours. I think After Hours is incredible. What is there to say? This album has it all. The big hits. You got Blinding Lights. You got Save Your Tears. You got In Your Eyes, Heartless, After Hours. It has it all. And yeah, I just think it's incredible for what it is. And yeah, I feel like this album has it all. And then you got some really underrated tracks there. You got Too Late. That's amazing. Hardest to Love. You got Snow Child. Repeat After Me. I feel like this album doesn't really have many skips, and in maybe the only skip, if you were to consider maybe one, might be Repeat After Me, but I don't even think Repeat After Me is bad. It's just an interlude at the end of the day, And so I just feel like this one has it all, has a great heartbreak theme of this one, and I feel like the concept is genius. Him wearing the red outfit as well was iconic. And a lot of people wearing the red outfit. In fact, I'm even wearing red right now as we speak. So it just shows how strong this album is and how big of this album is and how amazing it is. But of course, my number one pick, and it's not changed, it is House of Balloons. I mean, this track list is flawless. Like, there's not a single skip there. I mean, even the less popular ones like Loft Music and The Knowing, I still think are bangers. They got the bonus track there, 28. What a song that is. And they got the big hits, of course. Wicked Games, House of Balloons, The Party and After Party. You got The Morning. I mean, there's this track list is insane. High For This is great as well. Coming Down, What You Need. My favorite song there is, of course, Wicked Games. And my least favorite one, I would probably say, I still enjoy this one though. I'll probably go with High For This. Sorry, not High For This, What You Need. But yeah, I mean, it's still an amazing one at the end of the day. And I think this is his best mixtape put together. And I just love this project so much. And that's what made The Weeknd so special. That this project put them in his pedestal. And because no artist had done anything like that before him. So that's what made it special. So there you guys go, man. That is my rankings for his projects and his discography. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe. Let me know your rankings in the comments below. And I look forward to reading them all. Hope you guys enjoyed.